check, cool. 3. Hello guys and welcome to another video. My name's Mark, I'm an entrepreneur and property investor and you find me in my French house away for Easter. And today I've been really inspired to talk about one of the reasons that I think is underlooked when it comes to property investing, to why investing in property is one of the best asset classes out there. Now before we get into the video, if you like this sort of content, I'm on holiday and I'm still producing for you guys. There's no upsell on this channel whatsoever, so please give this video a big like. And if you haven't already subscribed, why not consider subscribing? Our dividend portfolio is now £11,500. I put another £2,000 in that every single month, and every month we're going to take part in that passive income journey together, and I'll be paying those dividends out to my subscribers. Let's get into why I believe property is the best asset class out there. Now there are the standard reasons, right? It is safe. There is a long-term requirement for property. There is a long track record when it comes to investing in property. Certainly in UK property or in any Western world, you can see over a long period of time a track record of property prices increasing. So there's lots of reasons that I think are very, very obvious to everybody. But this is the one that I think gets overlooked. And it's that property is something that you can touch. It's something that you can generate enjoyment from. And a lot of the people that I know that started investing in property, their very first investment property was their home. And I think because it's an emotional thing, it's an emotional purchase, it's very easy to save and make and want to do. And I'm sat in my French holiday home and I'm just thinking about the fact that we bought this and now it's become a great investment. Over the last 10 years since we've had this property, we bought it for about 120,000 euros. At the time, that was about 90,000 pounds. Today, it's worth about 250,000. Now, we have done some work to it. There's a new kitchen in here, and in fact, in a minute, I'll show you around some of the things I've done. But what I really want to narrow down on is the fact that we were able and chose to do it emotionally because for us, it meant that we could get some enjoyment out of it. And our very first investment property, Durian Way, over in Erith, we bought that to live in. We rented out the 2 spare rooms. It was a great investment. We bought it for 176,000. It's now worth 450. It was a great investment. We get paid with rent. We get paid with capital appreciation. It was a great investment. We made that great investment because we got the benefit of living there. And I think for a lot of people, in order for them to spend money and enjoy spending money, they want some benefit today. And property allows you to do that. My first home, when we moved out of that, guess what? We bought another house to live in. We bought a house over in Harwell, Talbot Close. We moved into that. Guess what today? That is a 6-bedroom HMO. It was a 4-bedroom detached house. So we rented out the old house, we refinanced it, we got the money out, we then bought the second house. And when we moved from that house, we rented that one out and turned that into a great investment. All of these things become great investments over time. Now the same is true of this French house. We bought this, as I said, for about £80,000. Today it's probably worth about £220,000. Let me give you a story about how we bought this investment house as well, this French house, and a story from some of my friends. One in particular I'm thinking of, who's got about 150 houses. You can't take him on holiday anywhere. He's offering on everything because he doesn't care if the offer gets rejected. It doesn't matter to him. So he's just going away and offering wherever he goes. We were in Spain together, we were in Portugal together. On both occasions, he's looking at property. He can't help himself because he knows that if he gets it for the right price, they're all great deals. And this is the key thing. When we bought this, we had about £80,000–90,000 to spend. And we knew that this was massively out of our budget. This is a 7-bedroom house. And at the time it was up for 200,000 euros. We offered 100,000 euros. 2011, 2012, something like that. End of the financial crisis. It got rejected. But guess what? 6 months later, their parents, who lived in the bungalow next to us, had died. They needed to get rid of it quickly and it wasn't shifting. They dropped the price by 20,000 euros and they opened up the conversation with us again. And my friend who bought his Spanish villa, he said a similar thing happened to him. He put an offer in, very, very cheeky. The Portuguese one's even better. He offered 300,000 on a property that was up for 750. 6 months later, they came back to the table, they settled around 480. So the story of all of this is that because you're maybe out of your area and you can see a benefit to it later, You don't mind putting these cheeky offers in. I don't mind putting cheeky offers in, especially when I'm abroad. I don't mind doing it at home, but on my home patch, I'm quantifying and generating relationships with those agents. So it's much harder to do on a regular basis because nobody will ever show me a property. If I go and see 200 grand properties and I put in 100 grand offers, no one's ever going to show me around anything ever again in my local town. Whereas when I'm abroad, I quite like doing it. I quite like putting in cheeky offers. I quite like just phoning up and saying, hey, I'm interested in this property, but this is all I could pay. Can you put that forward? I don't need to view the property until I know your seller's in that ballpark. So guys, that's why I believe property is such a great investment, because you get the opportunity to make money when you buy and you get the opportunity to negotiate directly with the seller. When it comes to the stock market, the market is what the market is. When it comes to property, the market is what the market is, but the seller gets to choose when they're going to accept the offer. So let me take you around and show you some of the things we've done in this property. Because whilst we bought it for £80,000, we probably have spent 30 on it. So for example, this kitchen, I'm just going to switch this onto a wide angle so I can show you. There we go. Hopefully you can see all this. So this kitchen behind me, we put all of this in, brand new. We brought it actually over from the UK. This is pre-Brexit times. I'm not sure if you could do that now, but at the time, we brought it in from the UK. We brought lots of IKEA furniture. We hired a van. We've been kitting out and just putting new light fittings and painting walls and all that sort of stuff. This is the living room. Really pleasant space. We've got a pinball machine here now. I bought this and brought this with me on my last trip. And actually, we've got 4 bedrooms above us here in the farmhouse. I won't take you up there because I have 4 children and they are all up there right now playing around, so we're going to leave them. Then we have our atrium, which connects the 2 properties. So it's a 4-bedroom old farmhouse and a brand new bungalow. And the previous owners had basically bought this with the intention of their parents living that side and them living on this side. And they basically built this bungalow on the side. And as they finished and completed the construction, their parents unfortunately died. Now for us, we had a similar situation where my mum and dad, my dad had multiple sclerosis and he was needing somewhere where he could go on holiday and his care needs could be met. And they were changing needs. So for us, it worked really, really well. It was just out of our price range. So we were delighted when we managed to get it for as cheap as we did. Obviously not delighted in someone else's misfortune, just delighted in our fortune and our ability to be able to solve their problem. They wanted to move out. So this is the lounge of the second property, and then we have some bedrooms through here. Let me go through here. We've got 2 more bedrooms through here, really nice sizes. And this was the other bedroom. And then we also kitted out this bathroom and redid this. Hopefully you can see that looks really nice now. But let's go upstairs and I'll show you the next project that we're doing. And again, it makes spending money very enjoyable and very easy to do because we have our loft. So hopefully it comes through on the video. And in fact, I'll walk to the other end so you can see just how much space there is. It's a shame there's no, we have got electrics in. This is pretty much as the people sold it to us. It's as it is really. We haven't done much up here at all. The boarding, the electrics, the water, all that sort of stuff was already done. The Velux were already done. So it was already a work in process. Now what we're going to do is turn it in to a really nice home cinema system. Games room, pinball, air hockey, all that sort of stuff. Table tennis, the fun stuff, right? Now, this is going to cost me 10, 12, 13,000 euros. It's going to add about 20 grand to the value of the property. And we're going to enjoy it every time we come here. Furthermore, it's going to rent out even better on Airbnb. And we already get £200 a night, 220 euros or something. So we already get a good return when we're renting it out on Airbnb. Try and get down the stairs without killing myself. But we don't always rent it out on Airbnb because primarily it's our holiday home. It's somewhere we enjoy coming. We save the money instead of going on holiday somewhere else. And if we want to go somewhere else, then we put it on Airbnb and we get a couple of grand for a week on it. Obviously, when you're looking at things like this, you do need to bear in mind the opportunity cost. We've got capital tied up in this, of course we do. There's also safety in the fact that you have another property in another country that you can go to. There's an enjoyment factor. Life is great. There are so many things to enjoy. My advice to everybody is when you can make investments that are also great lifestyle decisions, why not? And if you can get them at a great price like we did with this, then really you need to grab those opportunities with both hands because they don't come across very often. I'm looking at a Spanish villa at the moment that I've offered on. It's up for 250,000. It's over near Xavier, down in Denia, down near Denia, sorry. It's around that sort of area in Alicante. It's up for 250,000 euros. I've offered in at 150,000 euros and been told no. But we will see. It's been on the market for a year and a half. We will see. So guys, when you get opportunities like this, why not take them? We make a profit on this property and we get to own it and we get to enjoy it. So guys, it's a win-win-win-win-win. What are your thoughts? Would you say that hitting two birds with one stone, because that's essentially what we're trying to do with this, make a great investment and enjoy the property, is a bad idea? I think it's a good idea because I think it allows people to be spurred on to do something they might not otherwise have done. And back in the time when we bought this, I was certainly not making as much money as I do now, nor was I of the mindset where wealth generation was that important to me. It was just a good deal. It was just a great thing for our family. And I'm so glad we did it today. Guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. I will see you on the next video. Like and subscribe as always, and I'll see you soon. Cheers, guys.